Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like your future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run
Racing Sim Club's IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. It is round 10, and we are at Virginia International Raceway, better known as VIR. And take a look at this. We are live here at VIR. Very sunny day. Clear skies open for racing. We welcome you out to the stream. If it's your first time viewing, welcome to CMRSC, where you're going to get some of the best racing not found anywhere else but here. A fat stack of some amazing talent in the session, ready to go racing. We are just minutes away from the beginning of qualifying, and then it is an hour of action-packed racing. I cannot wait till we get on the track. Let's do this. CMRSC, VIR, it's IMSA, and with 2 rounds to go, both championships are at stake. It's the DPIs and the GTEs. Who's gonna come out on top? It all comes down to this. Let's do this. What beautiful engineering we have out here today. Welcome to round 10 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. And what a race we have here for you guys today. If you're just tuning in for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the action-packed racing we have for you guys here today. But with 5 minutes to go, qualifying is going to get ready and started in just a short while. Stay tuned. This might be your last chance to get yourself something to eat, something to drink, sit cozy. Because when the action starts, you don't want to leave your TV wherever you're watching us around the world. But many different manufacturers enter the fray. Who is going to come out on top? The DPI class has 2 manufacturers in the form of the Acura ARO-X05 and then the Cadillacs. 2 different manufacturers out here today. For the DPI prototype class, the GTEs, it's Porsche, Aston Martin, Chevrolet, Ferrari, and a couple more. Notably, in just a moment that we will see them. But some close racing we had last round at Road America. Gotta highlight the fight between Marlon Young. Who else did we have? Who was it? It was Roel Tab in there as well. Anderson Baiano and Daniel Taberner. And what a fight we had. Some of the best racing we had all championship long. Can the boys keep it up? I mean, look at the time so far. 43.6, 44.9, then 45.3, 45.3, 45.6, 46.6, 48.2, 24.16 from Curtis. Yet to put in an actual time out there. But yeah, if you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Racing is going to get underway very shortly. But first, we got to get through qualifying. Qualifying is going to be a single car qualifying challenge where the drivers are going to have 6 minutes long to set their best lap. We're not going to be seeing it live on stream here. We're going to be looking at it through the live timing sheets. This is what I am looking at. Just a little sneak peek of what the commentator looks like, of what the commentator looks at through all these times here. There you see all the drivers, all the times, last laps, delta, gaps, pings even, just to make sure nobody's out of order out here and teleporting everywhere, pulling off their Goku Ultra instincts out on track. But that's what we're going to be looking at for qualifying. Only 6 minutes long, and then we get to see all the cars on a track. Rolling starts too. We're bringing them back once more. The drivers are very excited for this round. A lot of them turning up to VIR. It's a very, very interesting track around here. Looks like an upside down Christmas tree from the map alone. And this track is nothing but magical. It looks very plain compared to some of the other tracks that we've been to, but the challenge that these drivers are going through, oh, it's next level. We got a couple liveries out here today. I think we do have 1 or 2. This is one of them. Luca Andretta in the Sunset Outrun black and pink. This livery, if you have a good memory, it is the exact same as the Mazda that Luca piloted and won the championship in, the Mazda RX-7 from the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. And that is now in Porsche form. Shout out to the Sunset Outrun guys and to Hayden. What a beautiful livery that we got out here today. And yeah, it's all down to this. Let's see what that livery can do on track. And if it can take home another W. Currently, Luca is on roll to take and sweep this championship for the GTE class. He has already taken 2 championships before this year and slowly proving to be the most dominant driver in CMRSC, as we got a couple drivers off the track, a lot of them in the pits. But it is 5:38 on the East Coast. Under a minute to go before we get into qualifying. Let's hop into our Discord that you can join in the in our live chat. We have it pinned to the very top. You can join it through there. Get in on the action. We race every Saturdays. We are going to do a little skip next week. This coming Saturday, we are going to be taking a drop week there. And then we're back with racing. Do not miss out. This is the type of stuff you need to get into. If you're looking for some action-packed racing, some fair, clean, competitive racing on the track, join us. CMRSC on Discord. You can support us. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just to name a few. And yeah, with practice at the end, qualifying now to start. Mic check.
Very good.
Thank you. All right, so with the drivers all in Discord, of course, mandatory for all of them to be in it. You can take a look
I followed you.
at the top right-hand side of our screen.
Freaking laughing.
You'll see the live radio. That's gonna be able to see all the drivers talking.
Time and I just followed you to the wall.
There is Dylan Morante, who did come off the track momentarily.
It's a bold move, Kyle. Let's see how that pans out.
Can you wrap it?
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Somebody passed.
Wow, okay, and Morante is dead.
Look at the bits.
Dylan, that was a hard impact. Let me know if you're okay.
I need to see the doctors. Please send the medical team.
Yeah.
They are on their way. I don't think you can race this one. Well, we're gonna keep you in the pits.
Oh no.
Oh my. Yeah, that's the funny crash physics about this game.
Who are you?
No, he's got amnesia as well. He doesn't know where he is.
I got all this.
Dr. Smith will examine the situation.
Oh,
and he
no.
says that Dylan is fit to race.
Thank you, Dr. Brandon Smith.
He's got the vice too.
He does. All right, qualifying coming up. 6-minute session, single car qualifying. Set your best lap. And yeah, if you haven't taken a look at the announcements, double rolling start, double file for the start of this race again, just like Road America. Mandatory tire change, extra lap when the timer expires. Same old from the last couple of rounds. And yeah, just the only notable thing, we're doing the rolling start again.
We're whole.
Hello.
Is it tire change or compound change?
Tire change.
Okay.
All right, so qualifying ready to get underway here at VIR. There you see all the cars sitting in pits. The 4 DPIs ready to go to war. 5 DPIs ready to go to war. And then all the GT cars behind it. Beautiful lineup out here today. Happy with the turnout as well. Let's see how many of them survive till the very end. How many retirements will we have? Hopefully not many. Hopefully not any. That'd be nice. Shout out to you guys who are watching through the chat on YouTube, or however you got this link. Yeah, qualifying underway now. All right, qualifying has begun. Good luck. All right, let's do this. So with qualifying getting ready to go underway, you're gonna see all the cars coming out on track. There they are. So unfortunately, we're not able to see them live on track at the bottom of your screen. Since it's a single car qualifying, Assetto Corsa doesn't allow us to.
When the qualification starts?
Oh, right now. Qualifying has begun now, so you're able to go out on track. All right, so yeah, qualifying underway. We're gonna be watching the telemetry. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, qualifying has begun.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah, all the cars are in pits, but don't worry about that. You're able to drive out and set your lap. You got 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I have the different headphones set up in
Oh.
Discord, thank you.
All right, no worries, no worries. It's Kirill Chevet's one of our youngest drivers out here. And the young guys out here, the young gentlemen, are very quick. Martin Toth, Kirill Chevet's teammate, has won championships out here before. And yeah. With some of the drivers coming around the final couple of corners, we get to see who is going to be taking home pole posizione. So the first driver to come across, Martin Webster and Marlon Young, Team X-Play, followed by Earl Partab very closely, Brandon Smith, Dylan Morante, Curtis Gregory, Jaden Harrison. Looks like he's stopped his car for a moment. Luca Andretta up there. DeVille Park on the back straight. Kirill Chevets and Lance Nasir, I believe, now coming out of pits. But here we go. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It's going to be a little bit of a boring segment out here. Just going to warn you there, so feel free to go on your phone. Just text about, let the numbers come through. If you're not really into qualifying that much, especially when they're not on track, fair enough. But this is some of my favorite times to watch. I mean, qualifying is always some of the most entertaining stuff we get to see. As then we get to see everyone by themselves. It's pure skill out there. How fast can you take your car against the other competition? Pole position, top 3, top 5. Will you have an error in your qualifying? It's only one shot after all. You only have 3 minutes left to do it. That's going to pose a big challenge going into the race, but it's an hour. It's 60 minutes of racing. So plenty of time to come back in this one. But we are now going to go a little bit more serious with the music now, with qualifying underway. And as the drivers are coming around the final couple of corners, now on their flyers, it's time to see what the benchmark is and how quickly it's going to get beaten. So remember, 2 classes to look out for. In on the blue numbers, that is the DPIs. And the greens is your GTEs. The first man to come across the line is going to be Martin Webster. This is what the drivers are going to be chasing. A 1:44.895. Roll per tab, 1:45.901. Let's see, still waiting for a lot more times to come across the thing. Lance Nasir putting in his time now. There we see Curtis Gregory up there, 1:47.4. Luca Andretta, 43.6. And that's going to be provisional pull for him. Jaden Harrison, provisional pull for him in the DPIs. It's a 1:34.318 for him up there. A lot of the DPIs to go left. Kirill, Brandon, Lance, Danny, all to go. DeVille Park sliding down. Roll per tabs. Time is a 45.8. Still waiting for a lot more drivers.
40 liters and I didn't even notice.
And then you see Luca Andretta qualifying with this race fuel and somehow still going so much more fast in the competition. Moranti having an issue on the final corner, having to reverse it, trying to get himself a bit of space. He doesn't have time to put in another lap, so this is the only lap he's got to do it. Kirill Chevets next up to come across the line. He goes up to the P2. It's a 1:38.4. So still coming up to grasp. He does have one more lap to do it. Martin Webster, Roll per tab, Marlon Young coming up next. Kirill Chevets taking that car into pits. A lot of drivers retiring out early in this qualifying session. DeVille out as well. Is Moranti out? I think he is, yeah. 40 seconds left to go in qualifying. The drivers up ahead are going to have one more lap extra. So Martin Webster coming across the line now. Jaden Harrison is on a flyer as well. We're going to see what they could do. A 44 gets beaten. Roll per tab. A 44.7. A 10th faster than Martin Webster. But none of them can get in the 43s. Wow. 15 seconds to go. Gregory might be able to come across the line. No, he's running slowly out the final corner. Can't get in there quick enough. A 33.5 for Jaden Harrison. That is pole position right there for him. As soon as the timer expires, we're going to confirm that. Still no improvements. Brandon Smith. What can he do? He's not put in a valid time. Now he has P3 for him. A 42.9. That's going to be his qualifying done. Luca Andretta still on track. And he's going to come across the line to 43.6. Can he top that off? And no, he cannot. 43.6 stays for him. All the drivers teleporting to the pits now. I believe that should be our qualifying done. We do see 4 more drivers on track, but I believe they have completed their time. We're going to let Webster and Partab. Actually, those are the only 2 who do need to come across the line for their last lap. Of course, they were the only 2 to be able to come across the line last second to get an extra lap. Oh, looks like Partab is off. Into the wall. Big explosion on the minimap. Don't think it's that dramatic. He's going to take that car to pits. That's his qualifying done. Martin Webster, the last person to qualify. Can he take down Will Partab this time? Yes, he can. It's a 44-0 from him. 7/10 quicker than him. Nice stuff coming from him, but nowhere near that pole time. And that's going to be qualifying complete. We're going to see last 2 cars coming across the line. Don't think it's enough, though. But what a lap from him. Gets into the front row. His teammate, Marlon Young, struggling in the back there. P5 for Marlon. That's going to be the qualifying session coming to an end. All right, nice qualifying, guys. Congratulations to your top 3 in the DPI class. It is Jaden Harrison, Kirill Chevets, and Brandon Smith. In the GTE class, it is Luca Andretta, Martin Webster, and Royal Partab. Just to go over your last couple things as you set your strategies up, remember, it is a mandatory tire change. In this race, you must come into the pits at least once, change your tires at least once, no matter what the compound is. If you want to reuse the same compound or use a different one, that's all up to you. Fuel as well, do what you want there. You just need to change your tires once in this race. For the start, we have a rolling start here. Once again, just like Road America. So when the lights go out, we're going to leave you guys up to 100 kilometers. Once we get to the back straight, halfway through, we're going to separate the DPI cars from the GTEs. Lance, since you qualified 12, we're going to shuffle you up the order. Once we get to the back straight, we're going to put you up behind Brandon and P4 there, as well as Danny Nasir. We're going to put you up there as well in P5.
So we will have one lap.
Rolling start. Yes, rolling start, yeah. So once we get to the back straight, then we can go 2x2. It's up to you guys if you want to double up early on, but I think it might be safer if you want to double that up on the back straight, or if you want to get to the front straight as soon as you pass around the final corner. Free to do so. It is a very tight last sector, last couple of corners up there, if you just want to keep safe. But yeah, final chance. Set your setups, fuel, tires. Make sure everything is good to go for the race. Coming up next. And we are now waiting just a minute for the drivers to get on to the track. This is your start finish line right here. Not the nicest looking start finish line, but it's a line. Maybe from this angle we can see a photo finish. We do not know. VIR can definitely produce some great racing. Don't see any grid slots out here, but the game does it for us. But yeah, if you are ready for the action coming up next, hit that subscribe button.
We have to have one mandatory pit stop, right?
Correct. That's Kirill just making sure he knows all the rules that's set for him in this race. 8 seconds to go in this one. And with qualifying complete, the race is ready to get underway. everyone is locked in. It is time for round 10 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. We are live at Virginia International Raceway, VIR. The drivers are getting ready to go racing out here. 60 minutes of action-packed racing. Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume. It's time to go racing. The grid is locked in. We're gonna have one rolling start, and then racing is kicked off. The chat is ready. The fans are ready. I cannot wait to get this one underway. It is 2 rounds, just 2 more rounds after this one to go. Points are so crucial coming into this one. It's all gonna matter for both championships in the DPI and GTE. And with 30 seconds left, the drivers are now ready for their rolling start.
Gonna get a restart. I don't know what happened.
What's up? Do you have some issues?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll do a restart. All right, with the restart, make sure you guys have your setups. You gotta re-enable them. Sometimes your pitch strategies are also mixed up sometimes. It's already looking good now?
It's loading, it's loading.
So it looks like we had a bit of technical difficulty through there. Tavar Clark making sure he's all good. He was starting at the back of the grid there, but I think disconnected last second. But of course...
Your opinion, which brake bears are you using on DP someone?
Anytime I lap with that, I just keep it stock. I don't really touch the brakes. Looking good there, Tavar?
And getting checksum.
Getting a checksum error.
Yeah, wanted to be kicked or something like that. Wanted to be kicked.
Did you download the track, or did you just join the server having the track already?
Yeah, I did that. I'm having the track already.
Download the track again. It's weird. Yeah, we'll wait for you. No worries. All right, so Tavar having a bit of technical issues, so we are gonna
Get some elevator music while we wait.
some elevator music for Luca. Don't think we have that supplied with us here. Oh no, we do have a soundtrack there. Perfect.
This is great.
Guitar needs tuning.
So of course the start being delayed.
Today, elevator music.
Oh, I love this one.
This
From
one is
pillars
that
to
good.
posts and from coast to coast.
Don't forget to mow your lawns.
What a weird tagline. Don't forget to mow your lawn. That is something. Radio CMRSC. Never heard that one before.
San Andreas Radio.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just saying the most random stuff.
But we gotta keep it PG, guys. Keep it PG.
No, PG not important.
I am listening.
Rahul, you heard nothing. Are we restarting again, I assume?
Yeah, I'm
You're gonna have to
restarting.
Do it one more time.
Make sure check your setups.
Don't check your setups. It's not
Pitch strategy.
Why does it reset? I saved it.
See, I told you.
I thought it would work.
Hold your so moment.
Once again, yeah, apologies for the delayed start out here. But we're making sure all the drivers are set up. I think the drivers are giving us their best radio CMRSC impression.
Alright, I'm gonna try load it again.
All right. So that's Tavar Clark. Just having a bit of technical issues. But stay tuned, guys.
What did I say? No.
Why are we waiting for Tavar and keep restarting the server?
He's got a little bit of technical difficulties.
Hold on a second. Our battles last week, right? You
It's to
guys
do with
started-
rain, Lance. It's to do with rain. Normally, when the track has, moisture on it,
Shut up, Martin.
the
Let me
guys-
I'm not talking about that. They started the race when I was in the pit. I started like a minute and a half.
No. I remember that.
Everybody-
You didn't press go. I remember that. You didn't press go. I watched you on the grid. Yeah, you gotta press go. I didn't start the race. The timer just count down. Yeah, Tavar. Yeah, Tavar.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't know what.
Do you want to reinstall the cars again?
I have them. I can just reinstall them.
Did you already?
Yeah. I don't know them.
Okay.
The cars
last
today.
night.
Right.
I was on it today.
Yeah, you were on last night. Yeah.
I don't know why.
See, it's just a checksum like error.
No, it goes in and then it just say you're going to be kicked. I don't know.
Restart.
Something again.
Restart your content manager.
All right.
I'll do.
Free penalty is okay. It says it was running well.
I'll do maximum 2 more restarts and then we'll get it underway. Because we got time. We got time.
It
Couldn't be a real penalty.
Yeah. It's
I
not
got it
real
on.
penalty. If it was real penalty, you'd get a red screen.
All right. I think it should work this.
So once again, guys in the
What about
chat,
the cars,
apologies
Tavar?
for the stream
Yeah,
there.
the cars,
Once again, we're waiting for all the drivers
No,
to come in.
yeah,
We're
that's what I
very
said.
welcome. We
I
want
know the
everyone
cars
to be
wanted
racing here
to
today.
be sure. And it was working. I was on this morning.
You already know what I was gonna say next, so just do it.
I'm joining in. I'm joining in.
Got you.
That's alright. You're giving me a chance to cool off. It's hot in here. 96 degrees in the shade, and it's already night.
Indeed.
Oh, boy.
It's cold up here. It was like 40 this morning.
How is it by you, Petit?
It's hot.
You rich person, you probably got AC in the room.
What? No, bro.
So yeah, once again, guys, we're just
Is there-
delaying the
is there-
stream
is
for a
there
moment
race in
there,
Guyana this weekend?
No, November 5th.
Oh.
making sure everyone is good to go for the race out here. But once again, don't go anywhere. We are getting ready.
For you, man.
For me, I'm not racing.
You don't race?
I retire, bro.
Oh man.
How come you didn't do the iRacing thing with Khalil and that much?
I was busy. I had time to do it.
That's his excuse.
Yeah.
Valid excuse. Is Tavar in? Is he safe?
Says it's initializing, running well.
That's a good sign.
That is a sign.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yay!
Oh, starting all the way.
All right, good. All right, you guys got 1 minute. I ain't restarting.
Where's Lance?
We're gonna shuffle him up to the front.
Yes.
I'll do it on the back straight.
Lance, are you loaded in?
He's next to me.
I think.
Make sure
Didn't he disconnect.
he disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Who's the car next to me then? Or is that Danny?
It's a ghost car.
Oh no.
There's nobody inside. Wait, where is Lance? I don't see him in the server anymore. Lance?
There's a DPI next to me. I don't know if that's Danny.
Lance, are you here? Going once?
He's still
Going
on the-
twice?
He's on Discord.
He's on Discord. That's on. Oh, 500,000? Do we have 500,000? I'm waiting. Lance, need you to say something. I don't think he's here.
I think he left.
Well, lights are gonna go off from
Yeah.
rolling start, guys. Rolling start. 100 kilometers.
Why is everyone disappearing? Tavar's like a different country. He's so far back.
Oh my. Anyways, finally the cars are on track. That took a while. So remember the cars around you, guys. That is what your order is going to be for the rolling start. Once we get to the back straight, we're going to separate the DPIs and the GTEs. So the DPIs are going to have a head start. And yeah, I'm going to be controlling both of the starts. Yeah, so just make sure you can hear me. That's the most important part.
Is my mic muted or can you hear me talking?
Oh, you're good. Your mic's good.
Okay, I'm muted. Bye.
So 100 kilometers, guys. And then single foul or double foul, it's up to you. Just don't take each other out. So all the cars on track. You can listen to the beautiful sounds that all these engines are producing. Manufactured from all over the world. As they all get ready to go racing. We take a look at how qualifying went. It was Jaden Harrison who took the pole, followed by Kirill Chevets and Brandon Smith. And that is your DPIs done. In the GTE class, it was Luke Andrade who took the pole, followed by Martin Webster, Roel Pratab, DeVille Park, Curtis Gregory, Marlon Young, Dylan Moranti, Tavar Clark, and our newcomer here, Tazio Bent. From Jamaica, out here, he's racing in the Porsche. Let's see what he could do. May I remind you guys, there has only been one driver in the history of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club to win in their debut race. All the other drivers are best they can do is second. It's only happened once. And that was back at Mosport in the Ferrari. That was Ramiro who won that race. So let's see what Tazio can do in his debut. From this point on, let's stop the weaving. DPIs, if you want to stay single file, you're free to do so until we get to the front straight, like we did at Road America. But we're going to allow the DPIs to go now. You guys can go up to like 120, please. GTEs, you guys are sticking the pace down to 90 to 100. So I'm now going to be talking to the DPI class. So when you hear me say green flag, do not go. Especially if there's a GTE class, do not go. This is only for the DPIs. But yeah, Luca, just keep that pace. That is perfect. All right, here we go. With the music down.
DPIs can go a little slower.
No, it's all fine.
Please, guys, be careful at the turn one.
So
Yep, guys.
now it starts for DP.
Yeah, for the DPIs. I'm talking to the DPIs. The DPIs double up. So Kirill, you can go into the outside or inside, wherever you qualify. I'm not too sure. Yep, and get ready for the start. So DPI is ready. Green flag. And here we go. GTE, stand by. Martin, you jumped the start back up. But these guys are all gone. Just keep double up. I'll tell you guys when to go. Keep doubled up. Green flag. All right, now we can get the racing underway. The GTE class underway. The DPIs, no positions changed for any of them. And oh, we got some contact in the back. Martin Webster already being booted off. 2x2, DeVille Park out there. Martin Webster just narrowly avoiding the barrier. But it is Luca Andrade who's taking the lead, followed by Roel Partab, Marlon Young, DeVille up there is trying to get some moves done. Very early on now. And this is going to be a very long race as Curtis Gregory spinning it through the chicanes. Cars are clear. It's green flag racing. We head back up the standings. It's Jaden Harrison who's taking the lead, followed by Kirill Chevet. 1.8 down. Kirill's going to want to get his head in it and get racing. Brendan Smith up there, P3. Danny Nasir, though, he's still in the pits, as well as Lance Nasir. Don't know what's happened to both of them. But there you see the background there. I do see Dylan Moranti is already starting up the train early on. He has Tavar Clark behind him for company. Apologies, I don't know why this Porsche is so loud. I mean, the Porsches are very loud, but man, that is a loud Porsche. Tavar already under pressure from Martin Webster. Martin is in the slipstream. Defy the odds, says Tavar Clark. Oh, and a teleportation.
Tavar lagging.
Just saw it. A little bit of a lag spike coming from Tavar. Martin Webster high on his heels, though, almost going a little bit wide there. Oh! Tazio in the background running off the track. It's going to be his first cut track, I believe. But there you see Marlon Young on the rear of Roel Pratab reeling up. This is the rivalry that we saw in the last round in the closing stages of Road America. Marlon Young is going to say thank you very much around the outside, and he's going to take the move. Can Roel Pratab fight back? No, he cannot. Marlon Young goes up into P2. What a start for him. Luca Andrade, though, is absolutely checked out. But Marlon Young and Roel Pratab are going to continue their battle in the background. DeVille Park's catching up. Don't count him out. 8/10, 7/10 behind is Martin Webster against Dylan Moranti. And if you're in our Discord, you can watch both perspectives between even Jaden Harrison. We have Dylan Moranti all live streaming. You can check that out in our Discord. and check out their perspectives of this race coming up now. About 58 minutes. It's a long one. Curtis Gregory, though, off the track. Ooh, don't put the power down too early there. And he's off the track. Oh, Marlon Young off the track as well as Raul Pratap. Where is DeVille? There he is, onto the inside. Marlon squeezing him, can't squeeze him up for that long. And it gets past him. Bent off the track as well. Yellows are caused up for him. There he is off the track. Marlon Young, can he fight back going into the roller coaster? It's going to be tight. Marlon's got the back off, and DeVille goes up into the podium spots. Marlon Young making a crucial mistake, losing 2 spots in 1 lap. That's not what the Guyanese wants, but he's gonna want to get back in there very shortly. In the background, though, it's the other X-Play driver who's hot on the tail of Dylan Moranti. A 147.0, 146.9, 149.0, 147.9, 146.8 coming from the top 5 there. Martin Webster hard on the brakes. So you see those front brakes glowing on there as the Aston Martin chases down the Porsche. Does he look to the inside? It's very close. Doesn't get it done through there. Martin Webster biding his time. Don't count out Webster. He's very close. Up in the foreground, there you see the other Aston Martin and Porsche up ahead, and Moranti is really going to be thinking about defending as they go up through the snake. That's what this section of the track is called. Lefts and rights and lefts and rights into the left-hander. Kink can get it wrong very easily. As Martin Webster, oh, so heavy on the brakes, almost runs off the track. 3/10 the difference, though, between Marlon Young and DeVille. Both of them very close with each other. Does Marlon Young set a move up? He's in the slipstream. Marlon knows he's the faster car here as they go through the roller coaster. Here comes a Moranti. And Webster's found space in the inside. It's contact! Contact between the 2 cars. And Martin Webster's going to take the opportunity of Moranti off the track. Webster is ahead. Down the order there, side by side into T1. Marlon Young, can he get the move done? He gets pushed wide a little bit. Both of them off the track. They go wide. Marlon gets the worst of it. The outside is very dangerous. He's back on. Marlon Young not too happy. Kind of being bounced off track there. And now he's going to have to work even harder to get back up. Martin Webster up there. He sees up ahead. I believe that's DeVille apologizing. He knows that's a little bit of his fault there, getting bumped out the way. But your leader, Jaden Harrison, has absolutely checked it out. He's gone. Oh, he's gone a little wide around turn 1, but he's out of here. Kirill Chavet's not able to get the times done faster, as well as Brandon Smith. Luca Andretta is in a class of his own as well. Might as well, as you see at the top, we got 3 different classes to watch from. We have the overall, we can see everyone. The GTE class, where we can specifically point out all these drivers, because both of them are in their own race. And then the LMP2 class, also known as the prototype class, with just 3 drivers. Lance this year, Danny this year, not in it. Early retirement, I believe. Oh, as we see Tazio getting overtaken in his debut race against Curtis Gregory, who's not had the best of starts out here. He's going to need a yellow to get back up in this, but I believe this battle is starting to get juicy. Let's watch the times here between all the drivers. 47.4 from DeVille, 48.5 from Young, 45 from Martin, and 46.4 from Moranti. So all the drivers are going to start forming up a train. And if you remember what happened back at Road America, I think we're in for a special treat out here once again. Tazio There you see him. He's got the move back on Curtis, and Curtis has the DPI class of Jaden Harrison to let through. Of course, the faster car is going through, but is not in the same race as them. So more than welcome to just get out the way. And there you see, as they go up the snake, the GTE cars are getting very close with each other. Webster and Young, the X-Play drivers, hopefully they play fair with each other as they go through the kink. Missed apex there from Martin Webster to slow down a bit more than he wanted to. And Marlon Young has closed up the gap. Oh, as Martin Webster runs wide. Might be watching the battle up ahead, cheering on his fellow X-Play driver. Both X-Play drivers, Marlon Young and Martin Webster, Guyanese, and they're racing in the exact same place right now. They're both in the X-Play arcade stop.
One move, DeVille.
And DeVille is being called out from Webster, who's just watching the fights up ahead. And DeVille's going to want to be very, very careful that he does not make any mistakes, because that's going to lose him not one, not two, but 3 positions. Tavar Clark is a little ways far behind after the start. 45.8 coming from Marlon Young. He's the fastest out the 3 cars. Can he take it around the outside this time? Last time out, he was unsuccessful going off the track. This time, he's so close. Oh, the back end is losing him. Have to slam on the brakes. Martin Webster just behind him now. If these guys keep slowing themselves up, watch for Moranti to catch up. Bathurst, we had the action camera. Let's see if we can get it onto here. Let's see if I can find it. And watch the battles unfolding up ahead. But there you see all the cars as they go up the Snake Hill. Let's watch them now. Oh, it's Marlon Young running off the track. He's spun it. Marlon Young spinning it. On corner entry. Luckily doesn't go for a 360. Here comes Moranti just out the way, and more drama from Marlon Young anytime he gets closer to DeVille Park. It's like DeVille has just slipped out a banana peel from behind him, and he's just put Marlon Young for a spin once more. More trouble coming from the Guyanese. And now it is up to the other X-Play driver, Martin Webster, to see if he can get the job done against DeVille Park. The young Jamaican is doing very well defending against the 2 Guyanese. But he's going to have to do it for 50 minutes more. It's an endurance race after all. But there you see, Martin Webster is getting very close. DeVille gonna cover the inside. Martin Webster on the outside. There you see. Oh, he slides the Porsche so hard defending. Watching it. Martin Webster not happy. He's watching the Porsche almost weave on the straights, trying to break the toe. But that Aston Martin is just so much quicker. As they go up through the snake once more, Moranti in the background. It's catching up fast. The leaders are coming up too. Don't forget about them. This is where Marlon Young had his issue past the kink in the Aston Martin. Webster looking good. Double right-hander past Oak Tree. Now he's on the rear. Gonna disable it right now. Watch the inside. Side by side. Going up to the roller coaster. Martin's ahead. Does DeVille fight it? Yes, he does. He lunges into the inside. He can't stick it through. Martin, can he hang on to the track? He's off the track. Runs deep, too deep, and DeVille's gonna take the move back. Martin's gonna be kicking himself for making an error like that. Oh, the tires are overheated. He's running on the soft compound tires. Very easy to overheat if he gets it wrong and locks it up. And Webster's gonna have to fight this one again. He had the move done, just couldn't complete it. DeVille lunging it. And what a fight we have here. And this is your battle for the podium position. Here comes your race leader, though overall it's DeVille Park. Sorry, it's not DeVille Park. It's Jaden Harrison. I am getting my two Jamaican drivers mixed up here for a moment. It's DeVille who leads Martin Webster as they go through 4A and B. What is Jaden going to do up here? Can Martin Webster use this as an opportunity to get past? They go up the snake. This is going to be very interesting how Jaden treats this one. Is he going to force it? Oh, he's boxed in. He's going to get two of them. Around, Webster's going to take the opportunity to try to get a move done. Can he? Through the snake. It's so scary up here. They just see how wide he is touching the grass just a little bit there. Has a better run as they go down the hill. Does Webster lunge it? No, he does not. Oh, with lag coming from. Yeah, that was lag there. Nothing could be done. Yeah. And DeVille Park lagging, and that is how the battle's gonna end. DeVille's not gonna be happy about that, but that's just your ping. You want your ping to be as low as possible. And oh, and DeVille off the track. Just about there. As he gets back on. Oh, he's off the track once more. DeVille on the mediums. So the tires should be cooled down, but wow. DeVille almost losing another spot in the same lap, similar to what happened to Marlon Young. I don't think he wants the same thing to happen to him. DeVille running a bit wide. This is Moranti's chance to get in it. Running just off the track now. Hopping over the curbs. And a personal best from Curtis Gregory. He's down in the bottom positions. He does need a caution to get back in this one. Oh, and there you see Moranti closing up that gap. Oh, so close. Had to lock up the brakes. And Moranti now so close on the rear of DeVille. Can the slipstream help him on the back straight?
This is DeVille's ping, because he's skipping it a little bit.
We're going to take a look at it. What is his ping? It's 68, so it's just unstable. Your ping is fine, it's just sometimes it is just skipping a bit. But it's low. Very unusual, but doesn't look like Moranti can hold on much longer. And is he having to let go? Moranti is trying to close up the gap, though. It's still a second. Anything still could happen out here. And Moranti's just closing up. Oh, it's Curtis, though. He's off the track. He gets back on. Still, Curtis and Tazio need the yellow. They need a caution to get back up in this one. But as those guys are kind of gapped between each other, we can take a look at the standings now, how it's looking. It's Jaden Harrison who leads us up, followed by Kirill Chevets in P2, the Brandon Smith in P3 in the DPIs. Then in the GTE class, it's Luca Andretto who leads us off, followed by Raul Partab, Martin Webster, DeVille Park, Dylan Moranti, Marlon Young, Tavar Clark, Curtis Gregory, and Tazio bent. Oh, and as I say that, Brandon Smith with a spin. Does he get back on track? Yes, he does, just about. And you know what? Luca Andretti looking pretty nice for a possible podium on the overall standings as Brandon Smith is off the track. He gets back on. Luca Andretti is overall P3. You never see that. Not so often. Luca Andretti, but for how long can he hold on P3? Because this is a DPI after all. Gonna have a bit of work to do, but if we look back up here, 5/10 though, Moranti has closed up the gap. To himself and DeVille Park. And here we go, we get to start this fight up again. Marlon Young is 5 seconds back, but remember, 5 seconds back was Moranti against Marlon and Partab. And Dylan at that stage didn't have a chance, and now he does. So it's only a matter of time if Marlon Young can get his comeback in this one. As they go up and down the hill there. Into the long right-hander. And there you see the bit of weaving coming from DeVille, but only 2 moves he's done. One to get off the racing line and one to get back on his line. Of course, legal in
on the inside.
GT Racing.
Take the inside.
On the inside, there you see Jaden Harrison getting past the other leader of Luca Andretti. Choreographed between both of the drivers, making sure it's all good. And now Moranti is going to have to continue the hunt once more as he lost a bit of time. 1.1, 47.5 against a 47.7 coming from both of the drivers. And in the background, though, I believe that is one of the DPI cars? Yes, it is. I think that is Kirill Chevet's. He's got 2 cars to overtake ahead of him, but 43 seconds. He is behind, so far behind Jaden Harrison. He's just booked it out of here. Gotten his ticket, and he is gone. But you see, it's completely different driving styles between both the different types of cars out here. Kirill with a lot more aero than the cars ahead. As we see Moranti on his line. Ooh, there they go up the hill. Very close. Let's try to look at that rear camera. There it is. Is Kirill just going to send it? Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, my. But that is just what the DPIs do. They are so much more faster, and DeVille is going to have an extra bit of tow going up the hill. And oh, DeVille! DeVille off track, and where is he? DeVille in the pits! What has happened to DeVille Park? Is he retired? Is he out of it? I saw him park in the infield of the outer field, the outside runoff area on the back straight, and he's off the track. I believe he entered that left-hand side. Looks like a pit lane almost. Kind of, I think it is a pit lane. But DeVille Park, that's headlines. He's out. That is so interesting. What has happened to him? Something wrong with the car? He's had to pull it into pits. That is his race over. And for the points, that is not going to help him at all. What a shame there. Moranti, though, is going to take home a free position. And then now he is on his charge. 12 seconds to get to Martin Webster. But he's going to have a little bit of trouble behind him because Marlon Young is catching up. And catching up fast. Under a second now between both of them. As they go up the hill. Oh, through the kink. Oh, Marlon just missing out. Having to use a lot more curb than he'd wanted to. Through the double right-handers. And stays in the slipstream now, 6/10. Oh, it just teleported down to 3/10 there. There's our leaderboards working a little bit slowly. Into the kinks now of the roller coaster. Marlon Young looking very clean as well as Dylan Moranti. 38 minutes left to go in this race out here, and Marlon Young up there. This is your battle for P4 in the GTE class. But in the slipstream, it's Marlon Young. Moranti hugs the inside. Dylan is going to defend this one into turn 1. This is where Marlon, he loves to overtake around the outside. Can he get the move done? Moranti hugs the inside, but for how long? There you see the nose up on the inside as he's just able to inch ahead. Kirill Chevets, as we speak about this, Marlon closes the door. He gets the move done, but Kirill has retired it. Kirill is out of the race. DNF, he's taken it to the pits. He's done. What has happened? The young driver out of this one. And that is going to leave Luca Andretta. Brandon did not get past him. Luca Andretta is going to be shuffled up into P2. He is Luca Andretta. It's your second place driver. And what a race this is! And there you see he's already about to lap. I think that's Curtis Gregory. Yes, it is, but wow!
Just letting you know who flags Curtis.
And Luca Andretta. Just giving him a friendly reminder. But all these guys are having such a blast out there. Except for our 2 retirements, unfortunately. DeVille Park, which he's still in the session, but Kirill is not. But very interesting. Don't know what has happened to him. But there you see in chat there, what encompasses Caribbean racers. Well, of course, our group open to the whole world, not just the Caribbean. Let me just take a look at it. I believe he can. I think he's just muted in the Discord.
Yeah, he won't let me pass. He's like battling me. Ah, there we go.
I think he is now.
Sorry, Curtis.
So yeah, what encompasses Caribbean racers? Well, even though we only see them, a majority of them, through the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. Of course, all of them from their respective countries, or if they are living in a different country, or their background is that, we always accept them with open arms, as well as everyone from all around the world. As you see, Luca Andretta, one of our fastest drivers, our Swiss Superman. We have drivers from Jamaica. There you see America, Guyana, of course. A lot of drivers from Guyana. Any standouts? Don't think so. Yeah, Kirill Chevets is from the Czech Republic. But yeah, it basically just includes everyone either from the country or that is their background. Maybe their parents are from there, but they're free to rock that nationality, as well as all the drivers from all around the world. But what a race this has been so far as we now enter the halfway stage. Martin Webster has caught up to this man, Raul Partab. That might just be all part-time pirates. Not exactly. But there you see around Oak Tree, Martin Webster, both of the Guyanese are going to have a good battle out here. And there you see Partab weaving just about. Of course, not illegal, of course. Let's take it to the battle cam here. Let's watch the action now. Let's see what these drivers can do as they go through the roller coaster. Oh, it's Partab. Oh, he slid the car halfway. And Martin Webster got it to the inside. Oh, and he's got the move done. Sensational pass. Roll Partab maybe felt a little bit of too much heat, and the heat went straight to his tires, and he's going to take it into the pits. Of course, all these drivers with their mandatory tire change, those tires have just about let go for him. And that's it. That battle complete, but temporarily. We're going to see them back underway very soon. But Raul Partab, the first driver to enter in the pits. That's going to allow a lot of guys to shuffle up, as well as Marlon Young. I think Moranti should be able to get past him. Just about. I do see a car moving out of pits. Yep, there he is. Roll Partab. He's now out of pits. Oh, Tavar! Tavar DNF. I saw him go off the track. He's out as well. Tavar Clark. More issues for him. I did see yellows were brought out for him, and he's now retired from it. Tavar Clark out. That just leaves 2 Jamaicans out on track. That is such a shame. What has happened? 3 retirements so far. I believe that is now beat what happened at Road America. And I think it might be just the case of these drivers getting a little bit too lonely on track and just thinking they can't do it. But that is not the attitude you need in racing. It's all about being in it to win it. This is endurance racing after all. This ain't a sprint race. This is endurance racing. It's 1 hour of doing the same thing over and over. It sounds boring on paper, but that's the challenge. Chasing down your fellow drivers up ahead, being consistent. Sprint races get a lot more action, but these races, you do get action. It's all about keeping the car in one piece, and so far, 3 retirements could not stand the test of VIR. Martin Webster comes in. He has played the overcut against Raul Partab. Will it work? Raul Partab on the back straight as he goes through the roller coaster. Is it going to work for him? He's now in his stall. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think Webster is going to be able to keep up ahead. He's on the front straight, Raul Partab. Webster's still in the pits. He's going to lose that position. There he is in the Corvette. Passing him now. Still not moving. Probably putting in some race fuel in there. And now he's out. So, Martin Webster, here we go. The chase is on for the fight for P2. It is Webster versus Raul Partab, and 10 seconds separate the both of them. Luca Andretta in for his stop as well. And oh, the rear end just dipping in the ground there for a moment. Is he out on track? No, he is not. So, your race leader for the GTEs in the pits.
Reset my bib, but it didn't do it. So I guess that's weird.
Oh,
but never mind.
Are you able to get your stop in?
Yeah, no, I just said it. I have to manually do it with the keyboard now, but it didn't save my pit stop. I think I just forgot to click, restart.
Gotcha.
Earlier.
And Luca Andretta losing a lot of time in the pits.
I didn't even notice that I wasn't running a setup. That is just diabolical.
Oh my god, Luca Andretta.
Strategy wasn't set even though I checked it.
Yeah, I mean, same for me, but never mind.
That happened to you, Raul?
Negative.
And so, Luca Andretta has been running a stock setup, but that has not stopped him at all. What has helped Marlon Young, though, is to catch up to Luca Andretti. Of course, Marlon has to pit. But very interesting. Oh, and Curtis Gregory.
Go left, Jaden.
Just sliding. Jaden Harrison getting past Luca once more, but Jaden does have to pit. None of the DPI cars have come in for their stops. But sadly in this race, it has left 2 DPIs, and that is a little bit sad. Of course, we did have a lot more Kirill Chevettes retiring out midway through this race. Danny Nasir and Lance Nasir failing to start in this one. And you're a great commentator. Thank you so much, Bullet, for the support there, and thank you for subscribing. Yeah, it is a little bit sad to see 2 DPI cars on track. But that doesn't mean endurance racing with multi-class is going anywhere soon. We do have a lot of awesome stuff packed in for 2024. You do not want to go anywhere for that. Next year is going to be a great year of racing, I can tell you that much. But as we come down to the ending of this IMSA championship, we have 2 more races after this. It's the Battle at the Bricks at Indianapolis, and then the final round worth triple points. It is at Road Atlanta. Petit Le Mans is what you call that race. 11 hours in the real world, only an hour here. We give the guys a little bit of a break. But still, 1 hour of racing is difficult, man. Marlon Young has entered the pits, though, for his mandatory stop. Roll Protab getting past him. Martin Webster should be able to go past him now. There you see him. And don't see Marlon Young going. Oh, yeah, Marlon Young is going. Check that out. I guess the overcut did work to an extent because it's allowed him to close up the gap to himself and Martin Webster. So both of the X-Play drivers very close with each other. And that's really going to help him in this fight for P2. Roll Protab, though, is quite a ways far. Martin Webster, 10 seconds to climb back up. In this one, 26 minutes, though, he has a lot of time. 5 seconds, however, is between Marlon Young and Martin Webster. And 3 seconds between Roll Protab and Dylan Moranti. However, Moranti has not pit yet. So, still has a lot of work to do to get back up the field, but it's only so much Dylan can do. Probably extend this gap as much as he can. And Roll Protab gonna overtake him very soon. 3 seconds behind him. You can see how fast that Corvette is against that Porsche. But inside Protab, this is what the drivers are seeing. The head movement. As it comes around the final corner, is Moranti coming in for his stop? We're looking around. Yes, he is. Dylan in for his stop. Let's take... Well, actually, we'll take a look shortly at the pit stops and see who is yet to make their stop, because I think the DPIs still waiting to do so. But Roll Protab now back into P2, followed by Martin Webster, and I think Marlon Young is going to get him. Yes, he is. Oh, by a long shot. Curtis Gregory, I don't think he's going to be able to get to him, though. Curtis is on the back straight. And oh my god, that thing sounds so loud. Not too sure why the Porsches sound like they've just been straight piped. Bit loud. Louder than normal, I will say. They sound like a teapot. Marlon Young, though, in P4. His teammate is up next. 5 seconds of difference. We're going to check the next lap what the times are. But if we look at the current times on our screens, if we get a refresh on here, we're going to be able to see how close they are. Don't think it is working there. Bit of technical issues. We could see it on my side, though. So, last lap between both of the X-Play drivers. It's a bit of civil war for them. Martin Webster, last lap. It was a 45-1. Marlon Young, 46-9. But Marlon Young is going faster by a second in this first sector. They're now coming past the second sector very soon. Brandon Smith has finished his stop. He's out on track. Jaden Harrison in for his stop as well. And that's allowed Luca Andretta to get past Brandon Smith as Luca has already made his stop, and Brandon Smith now down into P3. He's gonna have some work to do. But there you see, that's your order for now. Can it change? 44.6 from Martin Webster. Marlin across the line, 44.4. So 2 tenths quicker Marlin is on that last lap. And he has 23 minutes to get past his teammate. Are both of them going to work together to get up to Roll Partab? After all, Martin Webster has put down the gap by 2 seconds. It's 8 seconds, 8.4 to Roll Partab. Now, I don't want to get anyone excited, but towards the end of this race, if it stays like this, with both X-Plate drivers improving their lap times, we might have a 3-way fight for P2 coming to the end of this. Now, I don't want to jinx it. I really don't want to, because I think I've jinxed a lot of things in the last round. So hopefully I do not mess it up this time. Next week out, we unfortunately do not have a race. It is time for CMRSC to take a small final break for the year. Final weekend off. For myself, I have karting in the real world. So gotta attend to that. And then we're back racing until the very end of the year, all the way to the end of Race of Champions. And Race of Champions is what all these drivers are going for. I'll break it down for you guys. From the start of this year, before we say that, Tazio Bed has called it quits in this race. His debut race, 40 minutes in, retires. But we got to give him a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming through here, Tazio. Hopefully we can see you in the next one. But great racing early on. Can't wait to see what he can do in the future if he joins us. But yeah, the Jamaican is out of this one. And that leaves one Jamaican, Jaden Harrison, who's leading this one with the torch to win it. As it stands, but a great result from Tazio. Fortunately, to see him retire. Oh, as Moranti off the track. What has happened to him? The teapot is going crazy. That thing is it's like something's about to explode in there. It is so loud. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, Moranti back out on track, and that is just going to be insult to injury. He's off and 7 seconds behind his fellow American, Curtis Gregory. He's back there. 20 minutes to go and 1 extra lap. Very interesting how this race is panning out. What was I saying? All right, Race of Champions. What is it? And what's it all about? Race of Champions is a championship that is played throughout November and December, and it is the final championship of the CMRSC calendar. Now, the championship is open to all the drivers, just like any normal championship that we do around here. However, there is a qualifying format if you want to be the best of the best. While everyone can race in it, there are very few that are in it to win a different kind of championship. Points will be given out as normal, but for a select few drivers who have won championships in this year are qualified to earn themselves a spot in Race of Champions. Earlier this year, though, I will interrupt myself for a moment there. Tavares says, had to pick up my car before it goes. The guy leaves the shop. That is said in the paddock pad. Tavar Clark retiring out early. And yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for him. But we did have championships throughout the year. DTM World Championship, the NASCAR Cup Series, the BTCC Legends, GT3 Masters, and the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship Group 4, and the Radical Caribbean Cup. All those championships produced different champions, and all those drivers were instantly signed up into Race of Champions, where they're going to be scored in points separate to the other drivers and a chance to become the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Champion. Simple as it is. For drivers who have gotten repeat championship wins, it's down to the driver who finished in second in that championship. If that driver's already won the championship for the year, goes down to third, and so on. So far, we already have our qualifiers in there, and we just have 2 more to crown. Our Martin Toth, who had won the DTM World Championships, followed by Luca Andretta, who has won the NASCAR Cup Series and the Group 4 Championship. But we're going to get to the Group 4 shortly and let you know who won that one. Then it was Sean Lee, who won the closest championship we've had, the BTCC Legends, followed by Dylan Moranti, who got his championship in the GT3 Masters.
Again,
Luca Andretta and Jaden Harrison, both leaders, being very nice with each other. And speaking of which, Jaden Harrison won the...
I got airtime through that corner because of the aero wash. That was sick.
Oh, didn't see it though. Luca Andretta, as he said, almost went for a backflip. Looks like the car is good now. That's yeah, Jaden Harrison. He got second in the Group 4 championship, but unfortunately, since he didn't win that championship, lucky for him, Luke Andretta had already won his championship back at the NASCAR Cup Series, therefore giving Jaden the qualifications he needs for Race of Champions. Khalil Rickford also won the Radical Caribbean Cup in that same championship. However, I'm not too sure if he is going to compete. Oh, as Jaden goes for a spin, hits the wall hard! Jaden Harrison in the wall! How's that car gonna be? Does it have damage? Gets it back out. Is that bent steering? Oh, drama for the race leader with 17 minutes to go! Not too sure how the car feels. But if that car has engine problems, Brandon Smith could definitely inherit this lead. After all, he is second in this one here. Oh my goodness. And Moranti, more trouble again for him.
Whoa, Dylan.
Oh my goodness. Luke Andretta just getting past him. I was scared for him too. And Curtis Gregory off the track.
I appreciate it.
There's so much carnage going on in one lap. Curtis Gregory has not had himself the best of races, but just keep it in there. You're going to get your points that you deserve. Coming to the end of this one, nightmare for Curtis Gregory and Dylan Moranti, both of the North American drivers having themselves a slobber knocker of a race, and it's Brandon Smith, our Daytona 500 winner, who's looking very clean out there. Very good for him, though. 15 minutes to go and 1 extra lap to do it. What an interesting race. But yeah, as I was saying, it was Khalil Rickford who had qualified for a certain big event coming up. I'm actually going to read that for you guys here. This is very awesome to see one of our drivers qualifying for the big stage out here. But it was himself and another driver who competed and has qualified for the SA Esports Championships. That was covered by a whole bunch of news. It was the inaugural South American Esports Championship for sim racing, I believe. So yeah, congratulations to Khalil out there, and shout out to him. Can't wait to see what he does on the big stage. I believe the finals are in Brazil. We'll see what we can do up there. That's 3/10 now, the difference between Martin Webster and Raul Partab. This is going to be an interesting bout between these two guys. As they come around to the front straight onto the start-finish line, the battle commences now. It's Partab, it's Webster. 8 seconds behind is Marlin. If these two guys slow themselves up enough, we're going to see 3 cars in it. Dylan Moranti, however, was not able to gain this. Hold on, it's contact! Martin Webster letting him back through.
Go left, Jaden.
And just like that, that's allowed Marlon Young to catch up. That's what I was interested about. Had fun, even though I was at the back end. Had fun.
Dylan, don't park.
Had to tap out. Oh, as Marlon Young slides off the track. And oh no, Marlon, what's going on with him? Brandon Smith said, don't park your car there. He's on the softs as the tires overheated. Oh my God, the car is everywhere. Sliding all over the place. He's gonna need to be very clean as he goes up the hill. Curtis Gregory, more yellows for him. How hot are those tires? He is very slow up the hill. We go to Curtis, who's also had issues himself. And oh my God, going D. Marlon Young, what has happened? He was there. He was there with his teammate. And trouble has struck. Marlon Young making an error, putting himself out in contention for a P2 spot, which now it's just 2 cars to watch for in this fight for P2. 13 minutes to go. We watch on the roof camera and we're gonna take a look at the times, but that is so unfortunate. Across the line, 50.6, 50.7. A 10th between each other. Of course, they took each other out into turn 1. Martin Webster, as he learned his lesson, he dives it down the inside. Does not get it done, though, but he closes up the gap. And hard on the brakes for Roll Petit! No! Both of them off the track! Both of them off! Oh, wow! Oh, my goodness! These guys are driving like Verstappen and Hamilton! Moranti up in there, but I don't think... Oh, and Verstappen! He spins it! Oh, the tires have overheated! That is Verstappen! Marlon Young! Marlon Young is in there! Marlon Young is getting his get back at Roll Petit! 50 minutes ago, these 2 guys were battling, and they're back? Are you serious?
Okay there?
It's being reviewed. Ooh, wow. All right, Martin, you're gonna have to let back the position to Rule. So yeah, just swap over the positions between you guys. A bit of a late lunge. And Martin Webster is going to take a penalty. He's gonna have to let go of the position. But look at the foreground. There you see Roll Petit and Marlon Young. Just be wary, Martin. There are 2 cars approaching you. They're both battling for position. One of them is Petit.
Just Petit, I gotta let back.
Yes. But he has 2 cars behind him, and he needs to let go of one of them. Now we're gonna watch. We're gonna see if he can get that move done. And he does. You're good. Marlon Young back up in it. All these 3 drivers in the span of 2 laps has had themselves issue after issue after issue. They're back. They're all back together. And oh man, fireworks might be displayed here. All right, guys, we have 10 minutes. Let's keep this one clean to the end. Lots of time for these 3 drivers to either get their moves done or defend their places, whatever they want to do. But this is it. This is your gaps. 4 tenths between both drivers here. Marlon to Raul and Webster to Young. A little bit wide. There goes Raul into the grass, just dipping his tires. This was iRacing. He'd be cooling him down. Martin Webster trying to snuck it up the inside. Can't get it done. Watch the weaving there, Raul. Raul Petit trying to break the toe, but we're watching it. We're on top of this battle here. This is your closest fight we have on track for the ending of this GT challenge at VIR. 3 cars to do it. P2 they're going to be fighting for. The Corvette just able to pull away from these 2. Webster in the slipstream. Now the question is, does Webster fight Marlin, or are they both going to work together to get past Partab and then fight each other? It's going to be some interesting team changes. What are they going to do around here? I'm not too sure. They're both sitting right next to each other, Martin and Marlin, in the same X-Play shop down in Bench Street. But what are they going to do? What are they saying to each other? Luckily for them, they don't have to use the Discord. They don't have to talk to each other over the comms where everyone can hear them. They're able to strategize. The question is, oh wow, that was right ahead of him. Moranti off the track. He's lapped now by all of the drivers he was fighting for position. But yeah, as I was saying, the question is, what are they going to do? Are they going to fight each other? Are they going to work together to get past him? And then they're going to fight each other. Team orders, what is going on at the X-Play shop? Is Martin backing off? Was it a slow exit? But I think Martin's going to be a little bit more clean around here. No dive bombs he's going to be sending. But it's a train now. 8 minutes to go. Take a look at that mini-map. All of them are going to be on the back straight. Nobody is on the first sector anymore. Martin looking at a little bit of space on the inside as they go up to the roller coaster. But it's like a corkscrew, like at Laguna. You're just going to be very patient. Down through the dip. Onto the front straight once more. We're going to take a look at the lap times between all these three drivers. Gonna watch now. Waiting for it. 46-0 from Partab. 46-0-3. 46-0. Bro, are all at the same time. Marlin sent it. Marlin. Oh, no. Marlin Young. Marlin Young sending it. Oh, no. A little too deep. Oh my goodness, Marlin Young, it's the exact same move. Oh, can he save it? Oh, just about, but you gotta feel. Both X-Play drivers have essentially pulled the exact same move against Raul Partab. Poor Raul. He's had two X-Play drivers dive bomb him in different sections of the track. Marlin, oh, and he's off. Doesn't require to take up the points. He's just livid. He cannot believe he's just let go of a P2 position. Oh my goodness. He was right there. He was there. And he couldn't get it done. And once again, that is left two. But 5 minutes and 6 seconds. It's all coming down to the wire. He's got a lot of work to do. Marlin Young is staying in the pits, though. He might be able to take home some cheeky points out here. It's going to be a couple, but he will be able to keep them if he's... Oh, and check out Raul Partab! Off the track! Sliding it! If Marlin Young was still in this, he'd be getting the move! The engine's cut. Tries to start it back up. Oh, what's crazy is Moranti is the next driver to pass Partab, and he's on the front straight. He was lapped. He's had himself a horrible race. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to go. It is Webster out of everyone who has managed to get himself up into P2. Chaos has ensued, and like last round at Road America, this rivalry is getting way more heated than it is already. It's civil war between all the Guyanese drivers. Both X-Play drivers putting it down the inside of Raul Partab. Luckily for Raul, he's gonna have that P3 spot, but 23 seconds and 5 minutes, I don't think he can do it unless Martin makes a terrible mistake. He's been on the ball and consistent. But wow. Time for everyone to calm down now after a battle that was. But I think we've just found ourselves a very, very big rivalry to watch when we get to the final two rounds, the Battle of the Bricks and Petit Le Mans. I cannot wait to see how those unfold. And Gregory off as well. Every single driver, I think, has had an issue. Have we seen Luca with an issue? Oh, is that a donut? That is a donut from Curtis. I don't remember if Luca has had an issue on track. But Jaden has. I don't know if Brandon has. Martin, yes. Pertab, Moranti, Gregory, Young. Even our newcomer, Tazio Bent, had an issue. We didn't see what happened to Tavar Clark. We did see what happened to DeVille Park and Kirill Chavetz. I'm not too sure about him, but this race has been nothing but chaos. But we're just getting to the end of it. I mean, you got to applaud the real life races of this track and this series. IMSA and VIR, that is... It was, Jaden's in 6th gear. Very interesting. I don't know what he's... I guess he's just experimenting at this point, seeing how quick he can go. He keep getting 6th gear. He's lifting as well. Are the tires overheated for him? Or is he trying to save fuel? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if Jaden has to save fuel and come into the pits, I'm losing it. At this point, I'm going to lose it. He's looking good. He's short shifting. No, it is fuel. Jaden Harrison is on a fuel number. Now, the other thing is Brandon Smith is, well, very far behind. Oh, and Moranti off. The teapot is going crazy inside that car. It's not tea time yet, though. He still has about 2 more minutes to take a break. Where is Gregory, though? Gregory's under a minute to him. If more issues happen to... Oh, Moranti. We're going to see what... Oh, but Brandon Smith is off! Oh, my God. If you're taking bingo right now and Brandon Smith was the last driver you have needed to spin, congratulations. You have won a prize. Brandon Smith off the track. I think that's almost everyone. I don't know if Luca Andretta has spun off. My memory is way too fogged up for this race. So many things have happened so far in this one. Spins and dashes and whatever you want to call it. Brandon was actually 5 seconds behind Luca Andretta. Luckily for him, he's not going to be losing any kind of position points, but he's going to get his interview first. So maybe that is a good thing. 1 minute, 25 seconds, and 1 more lap. Oh, Moranti is off. Gregory is on the back straight. Moranti is out of the back straight. No, he's onto the front straight now. This gap is closing up. If Dylan continues to have issues, Gregory is going to find himself in a position that's not last for him. And I think he's looking at his delta and he knows that. I think he knows. Keep on the ball. Don't push too hard. But there's a chance. Oh, maybe he might have bit off more than he could chew. He's looking at the forest rather than the tarmac up above. Oh, stay on track. Can he get on? No spins for him. Hoo-wee. Close one from him. Now, how slow is Moranti going as he goes through the S's? Going under the Nissan bridge, going up the snake. He's in 5th gear. Okay, 6th gear. Yeah, no, he's pushing. Maybe those tires have cooled down for him. Just watching him, though. Want to see... Oh, he's off! Oh, Moranti's off once again! Spins it! Moranti, go straight. Go straight. If you reverse, you're going to get a cut track. Oh, my goodness! Back on the track slides, the Porsche once more. Struggling, the tires are not cooled at all. They are hot. And look at that, oh, it's Gregory and he's off. Are you kidding me? Curtis Gregory, for everything that he has gone through, both of the drivers with the hottest tires on the planet, and now sees a position up ahead. 4 seconds the difference. I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm about to witness here. Final lap in this one. The timer has expired. White flag. And I'm just double checking right now. Is Jaden at 2 or 1 to go? Oh, and even he is off. My timing screen ain't even loading for me. Oh my goodness. But no, white flag. I think this is it. I think this is it. They are on the final lap. And check this out! Moranti called it quits into the pits. Gregory is not last. Oh my God. Wow, Gregory up into P4 after everything that has happened. I don't know if yeah, he's out on track. I guess he might have just taken new tires or maybe just ran through the pits. Not too sure. But around the final corner, across the front straight, this is Jaden Harrison. Jaden's going to come across the line and he's going to do it. Jaden Harrison is going to win it at VIR. The points are getting closer between himself and Danny Nasir. Wow. Webster finishes P4, P2 overall. Luca Andretta around on the front straight over the line. Luca is going to extend that points gap. That championship, might as well call it his at this point. He takes home P2 overall and P1 in this race. Brandon Smith, P2.
Don't run away. Wait for me.
Raul Partab is he's gonna say the X-Play drivers may have ruined this day, but he'll be back. He comes across the line to finish on the podium.
I can do that too.
On the final couple of corners, though, it's this man, Curtis Gregory, who's had so much hell throughout this whole race. But as he comes down to the last couple of corners, he's gonna do it. He's not going to finish last in this one. P4, 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 P4. Curtis Gregory, as he comes across the line, he's going to take a position that he's going to be very happy about. The Slush Racing team is going to be very proud of him. And unfortunately for Valhalla, I don't think I should be coming. If I was Dylan, I'm not coming back to that boat anytime soon and sailing ship to the next place. I think I'm taking a taxi. Moranti's going to be finishing last position through there. It was a strong effort from him. That was a hell of a race. As we come down to the very end, there are your winners. What a race of survival, drama, and everything action-packed, all packed into one race in 1 hour. You guys have done it. Give yourselves a pat on the back if you have made it this far. And yeah, what a race we've had out here today. Let's go through the DPIs, as we only have 2. Well, we should have 3, but unfortunately that's a retirement. So we have 2 drivers to interview today for the first time. Starting off with you, Brandon Smith, P2 for you. P3 overall, but P2 for you in that race. How was that?
It was pretty rough. My long mowing service was in full effect.
Well, take us through that one. I know it was a very quiet race, but how did the car feel around here? How did you feel your confidence going into this one?
My confidence going in was pretty low. I didn't know what to expect, but as I started getting near the end of it, I started making little mistakes that I know normally I shouldn't have.
We did see a spin from you coming down to the wire at the very end, but luckily for you, you were just inheriting positions from the drivers ahead. You finished P2. That is a great result from you there, Brandon. Yeah.
Not the result I wanted, but I'll take it.
Hopefully we can see what you could do with the final 2 rounds coming up at Indianapolis and Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta. But congratulations on that result.
Thank you.
And your race winner, no competition required. And no, the strength of field for you, Jaden, you put it all the way to 0 is the easiest for you there, and you've only had 1 car to fight with. Jaden, not much to talk about, but hey, you won. How's that?
A bit easy. The team away was testing out some strategy and things. I had a race engineer, but didn't really get to use it because the strength of field. But we got some good practicing on that, set some target times. But this development drive that was, and truly unfortunate. But hopefully next week we get some good competition to the DPI class going again.
Yeah, I agree that it was a bit of a disappointing turnout from the DPI class. We are going to be taking a break though next week, so 2 weeks out we will be at Indianapolis for the penultimate round. But yeah, a little bit disappointing on the turnout for that DPI class. But hey, I think you're gonna definitely take a win no matter what. So I'll say congratulations to you, Jaden. Well deserved, and absolutely showing yourself dominant out in the field.
Yeah, man. Well, still fighting with Danny for P1, so it's not over yet.
Not over yet, indeed. That points gap is gonna, I believe it's under 15 now. It's very close, especially he had issues trying to get into the race as well. And yeah, had to sit that one out and just watch you go lap after lap. But yeah, that gap is closing down and you have 2 rounds to do to win this one. I say best of luck to you there, but congratulations on this race win. It's closed up the gap. In our GTE class, it was a crazy race. Well, except for the man who'd won it. That we're gonna talk to him first. Luca Andretta. That was another skip in the garden. A very easy one for you there. How was that?
Yeah, it was just, you know, during the week, put in some practice laps, get to know the car, make a setup. But I mean, as halfway through the race when I had to go pit, I noticed, oh wait, my pit stop isn't set. I didn't even notice I wasn't running a setup. I took Sven's setup, but it feels literally the exact same. But yeah, that was kind of a goof moment, and I lost like, I don't know, 15 seconds in the pits, but still managed to crawl my way back to get a better gap. But yeah, it was a fun race. It was a good track.
Not only that, you finished P2 overall. Did you even expect to beat an active running DPI?
In quality, I did see the times from Brandon, but I wasn't expecting to finish in front of him because, you know, DPI be doing DPI things, so they're just way quicker. But I'm surprised I finished in P2, and yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. Well-deserved to win. That points gap just being extended further and further away from everyone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In P2, and that was a bit of a race. Martin Webster. Wow. You went through hell and back to get to this position, and you've earned yourself this P2 spot after a bit of chaos, some controversy, a bit of penalties out the way, but P2, how's that one?
Yeah, it was just a shame. It was a really enjoyable battle with Raul. He was the better driver in terms of keeping both me and Marlon behind him. He put on a driver's clinic on us, and I got to say hats off to him. It's just unfortunately both him and I had some contact. I had to get back in position, obviously, twice. And Marlon and him got into one, and we didn't get a battle. I slowed up just to let him come back so that we can do this again properly, because we had at least 8 minutes left. But I guess he probably had a lot of damage. But other than that, it was enjoyable to drive. It was fun to drive the track. I mean, it's always a good thing when you can have a car and you can drive around and not make any contract mistakes on your own, any driving errors. Really, the car was just okay on this track, and I was happy about that. So it was a joy to drive.
Indeed, yeah. Are you? I really want to ask this question. Does X-Play have a bit of beef between you guys and HP Racing of Rahul Pratap? Because we saw you and Marlon go for the craziest dive bombs. A bit of contact here and there. Is there anything personal going on between you guys?
No, it wasn't any crazy dive bomb, but I guess he keeps leaving the door open into turn 1 and turn 2, turn 3. Where him and I got the contact, he kept braking early before the curb, so I was going up on the inside, and I got surprised that he hit the brakes early, because that was the first time I really got close to him during that corner. But turn 1, he would leave the door open, so but his car was just on the straight. It was demon up the hill, and I was struggling just trying to get close to him on the hairpin just to try to drive him up the hill. I did that in the first stint, and I got by him because his tires were gone. But other than that, and then I messed it up in the pits. My pit strategy wasn't set, even though we checked it. When I got in the pits, I realized I didn't have tires set. So I had to hurry up, slow down, and reset fuel and reset a tire to come out, and he jumped me by 10 seconds, so I had to claw that back.
Well, that was a crazy race nonetheless, though. And you did claw that gap back up as well. And we did see Marlon Young giving you a bit of pressure. And eventually you guys both swap positions. Was that one of your guys' choice to not fight each other going up there? Or were you just as much in the fight, fighting for that P2 spot?
No, we weren't going to fight, but after I had to let Raul back, Marlon was the quicker driver anyway, so Marlon was just going for it, and Marlon had a chance to really rough him up, and it ended up being a really good roughing up because they collided in turn one just like him and I did, and I was able to slip by. And it's not a way you want to get a position, but it is what it is. But I really would have enjoyed trying to pass Raul because he was just, I mean, the man put on a clinic in how to park a car at the apex. It's only that he was leaving the door open in turn one, and we just couldn't get there in time.
Well, still, that was a great fight from you, especially 2 races in a row. The Aston Martins and the Corvettes are having themselves a great rivalry. Can't wait to see what you could do in the final 2 rounds. Congratulations on that P2 spot.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thanks everybody for coming out as well.
For sure, for sure. And in a courtroom, we go to the other suspect here. Raul Pratab, you just as much went through hell and back. What a race it was for you there as well. And yeah, Martin called you a moving chicane there. I don't think you could hold that. How was that race for you there, though?
It was a bit of a scrappy race. I was in a comfortable car, and I managed to get some decent times in qualifying and good pace, but somewhere during along the race I started to get, like, personally I started to get motion sickness, and I was just trying to nurse my way through that race. That's why I was all over the place and making a bunch of mistakes. But I saw Martin in my mirrors. He was trying a strategy of always flashing his lights on and off every time I approach a corner. It happened once, but after a couple of times I started to ignore it. But after I saw him got closer and closer, he had a faster car for the day. The Corvette was struggling through the corners, but I knew the only way I could keep him behind me was just defend like crazy. And I exploited the fact that they both of them like to dive bomb. Every time I see him going for the dive bomb, I always shut the door. But you know, you all see how it ended. But I just kept exploiting the way they were trying to pass, and just putting the car in front of them like a brick wall, just trying to block them. But I don't know. I'm just glad I finished the race and get on podium, because right now I'm not feeling too well.
Well, still though, you did have yourself such a great race out there overall, and yeah, as you said, man, that you both of you guys, both of your cars, that very, very close. And yeah, I cannot wait to see what you guys can do in the final 2 rounds, especially at Indianapolis. But no, I believe that Corvette does have a little bit of power though to definitely keep up and probably be the faster car, even though you say the Aston Martins were probably quicker on this day. But still, congratulations. P3 result from you there. That was a great one.
Thank you.
And that is going to do it for us here today. If you guys are still in the race chat, if you can just quickly stay in here after the stream. I do have a couple words to let you guys know. But 2 weeks time, we are going to be going to Indianapolis, the Battle of the Bricks. It's the penultimate round of the IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. And then the finale just that week after at Petit Le Mans Road Atlanta. We say goodbye for you guys in the chat, in the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks time for that. Guys in the Discord, just stay in for a couple more minutes, just have a couple words to say to you guys. And what a race that was. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Great racing everywhere you look. That's going to do it for us here today. See you in 14 days time for the Battle of the Bricks. IMSA has 2 rounds to go. It's all coming down to this. Have a good night, everyone.